All right, guys, welcome back. For number 3, we're asked to look to figure out which of these trig functions is true. So if you notice right off the bat that we have some cosine, some sine, some tangent, and then we have 38 degrees and 52 degrees as our two different options for the angles. When I look at the triangle, notice that we have a right angle and we also have a 38-degree angle, but there's nowhere that is shown that's the 52-degree angle. So the first thing you have to realize in this question is that if this is a 58-degree angle and this is a 90-degree angle, we can actually figure out this third angle because these three have to add up to 180. And since this one's 90, these two have to add up to 90 as well. So 38 plus 52 is 90. So that's where this 52-degree angle is coming from in some of the answers, is that we have to first realize that that is 52 degrees. Now that we've done that, we have two different possibilities for our reference angle. 38 degrees is one possibility and 52 degrees is the other. So as you're working through this problem, I would start by looking at one of the reference angles first and then switch to the other one. So when you look at 38 degrees, let's decide what is the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse of this 38-degree angle. So because this is the right angle, this is the hypotenuse, it's always going to be the hypotenuse. The reference angle of 38 degrees means that the opposite of that is over here. So this is the opposite for 38 degrees, and this is the adjacent then for 38 degrees. Now I'm going to look at my trig functions, and we are going to figure out which of these would be true. It might help again to write our little acronym just so you have it as a reference as you go. Okay, so this first one says cosine of 38 degrees. Well, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent is B over C. So is the cosine of 38 degrees C over B? Well, it's the right letters, but it should be B over C. So this one cannot be right. Okay? This is the 52 degrees, so we'll come back to this one when we use the other angles, the reference angle. Let's look at this one. So sine of 38 degrees is A over C. So sine, let's look at our reference. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So of this degrees, A is the opposite, C is the hypotenuse. So it should be A over C. And when we look down here, it says sine of 38 degrees is A over C. So that one's right. That's one of the correct answers for this. Now, cosine of 38 degrees is still the same angle. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's B over C, that's correct. It says B over C, so this one is also correct. And this is the last one with our reference angle is 38 degrees, and then we'll go back to the other two. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. So opposite of this angle would be A, adjacent would be B. So tangent of 38 degrees should be A over B, and that's actually what this says, so that's right as well. Okay, so now that we've done all the 38-degree angles, let's go back and look at the 52-degree angles. Because I'm changing the reference angle, I'm going to change the opposite and the adjacent. The hypotenuse always stays the same. But now when the 52 degrees is the reference angle, the opposite is across here, and the adjacent is now here. And then we can just go look at these two 52-degree reference angle questions and answer those separately. So the cosine of 52 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So when I look over here, adjacent is A, hypotenuse is C. So this should be A over C. That one's actually also true. And then if we look at the last one, tangent of 52 degrees is opposite over adjacent, opposite over adjacent. So it should be B over A, and that's actually what it is. So on this problem, 5 of the 6 are correct.